Now that FUWAMOCO has spoken of it, I can tell you about when we went to Joypolis. Me, Cici, went to Joypolis with FUWAMOCO, and it was such a beautiful time, and we got Dippin' Dots. Mococo eats Dippin' Dots so fast. Like, I was eating those Dippin' Dots, and they're so cold. It's so cold. I can only put a little bit in my mouth at a time because they're so cold. And then Mococo is already done with her Dippin' Dots. I'm like, how are you eating the Dippin' Dots so fast? I shared, my Dippin' Dots with them, even though she just eats them so quickly. They're just standing around waiting for me to finish my Dippin' Dots, and I'm like, here, you know what? Help me! Fine, eat my Dippin' Dots then! I think Mococo ate them the fastest, and then Fuwawa was second, but they shared one. We were sharing, I wanted to try most of the flavors, so we were sharing a lot of them, but Mococo definitely ate them the fastest. And then I really like the ride where it spins around. We teamed up and I was with Mococo and I'm like, Mococo, no matter what, you have to keep going, okay? We have to win and we have to spin the most and I want you to throw up. I don't care. We're gonna spin so much and if you throw up, that's fine. We were spinning like crazy! We were so good at spinning! It's so awesome. It's like if you hit the spin button at the right time, you do a full 360 spin. And it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. And it was so fun. The spinning. Cici didn't want to ride anything too spinny. So when FUWAMOCO are like, Cici and Gigi didn't want to ride this one because they were scared. I was down to ride them. Cici didn't want to ride anything too spinny. So that's why we didn't ride them. But I would have totally gone on a spinny ride. Yeah, Cici doesn't want to spin to win. Scratching my head. Doesn't make any sense. I can't believe that she didn't want to spin to win. So she's the coward. She's the coward that didn't want to ride any of the spinny rides. I was totally down to line up for the spinny rides. I've known of Joypolis for a while. I just never been because Joypolis has this Ace Attorney thing. They've had it for such a long time. And I've always wanted to go because I really, really like Ace Attorney. But then upon doing it, I realized that it's exactly as you were to expect. In a way where, you know, like you open a bag. It's the dead dove, do not open. And I opened it, dead dove opened. It's all in Japanese. And we went there, and I'm like, whoa, Ace Attorney, I love Ace Attorney, we should do it. We should do the Ace Attorney thing. What you do is you go in, they have this one really, really cute little room that's based off of Phoenix's office. And you stand there, and then you put your paper in, and it shows you the beginning of a case. It's that someone gets murdered in Joypolis. Which is, you know, it's reassuring. Reassuring that this is happening while I'm at Joypolis is that it shows you the beginning and it's like all in Japanese. And it's like, oh no, someone got pushed off of the railing and died in Joypolis. We have to find out who did it. We have to do a case about this. And then they set you free and you have to go around the floor and look at these little terminals. And you scan your paper and it does like little bits and pieces, you know. If you've ever played Ace Attorney before, it's you going to different locations and you're just interrogating people. And it's all in Japanese. And it's exactly like a case. It's just a mini case. That's in Japanese. And I'm like, I don't know what I expected. I don't understand a single thing. So, Wawa is translating literally everything. She translated the whole thing. And like halfway through, I'm like, I kind of don't want to do this anymore. But Wawa was doing she's like trying so hard to translate this for me that I feel like I have to stick with it. It's just all in Japanese. I just didn't know what I expected. I'm like, we're full on playing a case when I don't understand what's going on, and I'm like doing my best to retain everything. The same way. I had to stick it out because I was doing such a good job of translating. And then when we got to the courtroom part where you have to present all your evidence, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I saw the pictures of the evidence that we got. I have the vague idea, like the vaguest of ideas of what you translated to me about what the evidence was. Let's just guess. It's literally an Ace Attorney case. They're giving testimony, and you have to press them on each and every single one of their statements. But I don't know Japanese. And then Fuwa was like TLDRing me the translation, and I'm like, I don't know, just press them on this. Let's just press them on this one, and we'll spam it. Spam through. And then you can present evidence. And Fuwa was like, I think we present this here, but I don't know where. And I'm like, yep, I know exactly what they're talking about. You should just do whatever you want. So thanks to Fuwawa, we managed to clear the case. So thank you, Fuwawa. If not for you, I would never have gotten that Ace Attorney experience at Joypolis. I had such a great time. I think it's really funny, if you mess up presenting evidence twice, Mia comes out of nowhere. And she's like, think, Phoenix. Think of the case, Phoenix. And then she tells you what to do. I did teach Fuwawa that she'll know if she did it correctly if the music stops. She was picking up on it. She was like, oh, I hope the music stops. Every time she presents evidence, is the music gonna stop? Yes, Fuwawa. Wait for the music to stop, and this is how you will know. It was a beautiful FUWAMOCO day, and then they really wanted to show us the Statue of Liberty. It was so funny. The entire day, Moko goes like, we have to show you something, but we're not going to tell you what it is. We're just going to show you it later, okay? But remind me later. Remind me later so I don't forget. And I'm like, okay. And then we're like, what is it? What are you going to show us? And she's like, oh, okay. And when she doesn't tell us still, she just like, follow me. And she takes us on the longest walk ever. And I'm like, where the hell are we going? What are they showing us? Because she won't tell us. And I'm just like, where are we walking to? Why are we walking so far? And it was the Statue of Liberty. I'm so happy. It's just like home. It's just like Frisia. All that to make fun of us? Yeah. To be like, look at that. Remember when you lost in GeoGuessr? Shaking my head. Of course we wouldn't know where that was. Why does Japan have literally everything? Why do you have the Statue of Liberty there? What about the fortunes? I can't tell you about those fortunes. So you're gonna have to get that out of Cecilia Immergreen. FUWAMOCO are like, we're gonna take you to the fortune forest and you're gonna have so much fun. And Narissa went here and she went back in like 5 million times. I wonder how many times you guys are gonna want to go back in there. And you get like a little tablet thing where you place them into tablet-sized holes, okay? And you have to touch a screen and you have to put in your... You put in all your information, you go in, what kind of fortune do you want today? And you go in and it's like really serene and it feels like you're in there to do meditation or some kind of yoga. And then me and Cecilia are like, lol. And we didn't take it seriously. So we went in with our the little clear tablets that they handed us. And we put them in the hole and then you have to like, there's like touch screens everywhere. And it's like, okay, very, very slow text popping up. Very slow text, very, very slowly showing you information. And it's like, all right, spin the stones in the water. Now pick a stone. Now answer these questions. But they do it in such a slow way. And it's so slow. And like the screen feedback is also, it's not very responsive. It's just so. It's, how do you feel about this? Now, how do you feel about this? But you have to go to 3 different consoles. And we're like, okay, this is so slow. And then after you do that, you answer a bunch of questions. You go and you turn in your little tablet thing where it's like storing all the information that you put into it. And it also tells you to pick a stone. Like at the very end of it, it's like, now pick a stone that represents you. And it's like out of 20 stones. Random 20 stones drifting in water. Pick a random stone. Okay, this stone. And it's like, oh, this is what represents your past. This stone represents your present. And this stone represents your future. Okay. And we turn it in, and then it's like, it prints out a piece of paper, and the paper gives you your fortune. And it's like, blah, 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 blah. This and this and this and this and this and this. Okay. And there's this one room. It's like, you try to go, it's blocked off by a little baby door. But for adults. You can see through it. You can see over it. It's just a half a door, a baby gate, but for adults. And you're looking over it and you see something really, really cool down there. And you can only get in if, I don't know, the spirits allow you to get in. So you have to try and enter with a partner, or like 2 people have to go put their tablets into the hole, the tablet-sized holes, and you have to wait there. And then it goes, I forgot what it says, but in English, in very aggressive English, it says, "Turn back! Go away now!" Something like that. To that effect. It the same effect. And then me and Cece are like, what the hell is that? How do we get in there? And then we go in twice, and we're like, is it because we have to do the partner mode to get in? So we went in a second time, and FUWAMOCO also did the partner mode. And we're trying to get in there. And we're like, what? How do we get in there? And then they're like, you'll see. We'll show you. And they're like, no, we messed up. And then they're like, do you want to go back in a third time? We're like, no, not really. Because this is the same thing as the first time, but really, really slow. And you're trying to speedrun it, but it's so slow. And you're like spam tapping the screen is so slow. And everyone will go like, you're not curious? You're not curious about what's back there? And we're like, no, not really. Not that curious. To get in, they pull out a guide. And they have on their phone how to get into that area. And you have to in a very specific order for your past, present, and future stones. You have to pick a very specific rock out of the 20. And I'm like, who the hell figured this out? Who went through this 5 million times to pick out the very specific rock? Who was the first person who discovered this and why? Shaking my head. You're telling me you had to very specifically pick out 3 stones from 20 stones 3 separate times in order to get into this room? How were you supposed, if I was a random person going here, had 0 clue, how would I know? How would I get in there? And then in very aggressive English, go away! You do not belong here! Oh, okay. Sorry, spirits of the forest. I didn't know it was like that. That was the Joypolis experience. Very awesome. Great time. Some of the rides are so funny. One of the rides we went on was because no one was in line for it. And it's like you ride a taxi, but it just spins around and you're playing on a screen. And you just drive into the coins, but driving into coins don't really do anything. And no one else was playing. And then it's like suddenly you're sitting in a baby ride where it's just kind of spinning around very slowly and like moving forward, and you're just driving, staring at a screen while it's taking you on this tour. And then it's like, oh no, scare the animals away. You have to click on this button to scare the animals away. And then suddenly there's a quiz. And you're driving and there's a quiz. And the quiz is like, what animal did you just see? How many of them are there? Which one of these is the bigger animal? This sounds like a fever dream. Kind of was a fever dream. But if you get them wrong, then you're a loser. If there was anyone else playing, you would, get last place. But because no one was playing, we could get all of them wrong and still get first place.